You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, I got to tell you, I'm wrong. I was wrong. I'm gonna own it. I'm floored right now. I am floored that after interviewing Bill Belichick twice and interviewing Mike Vrabel twice, including having him come to his house after said interview yesterday, that this is what the Atlanta Falcons team is left with. I'm floored by it. Now, nothing against Raheem Morris. I figured eventually he might get another shot, but all we heard in the false advertisement of Arthur Blank over the last 2 weeks is that he was prepared to finally take that big swing and bring in that hard-hitting, big-name head football coach. Hell, Pete Carroll is available. Pete Carroll is available. If you're going to go defensive coach, Mike Vrabel, Pete Carroll, I don't understand this. I don't. And if I was the Atlanta Falcons fan base, because here's my thing. If you're going to hire a coordinator, it's going to be on the offensive side of the ball these days. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. I don't get the Dan Quinn fascination. And, well, Falcons fans would tell you how well that went. And I understand that Raheem Morris, when he had his last opportunity, was very young. Okay. I mean, if he would have been, let's say, in play for the Panthers, they hired Dave Canales, which means the Baker Mayfield thing's going to be real tough all of a sudden, I think. This is crazy. So the Falcons are going back to their past to try to solidify their future. The Falcons plan to hire Raheem Morris as their new coach, sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter on Thursday, making Morris the first former head coach Falcons owner Arthur Blank has hired in his 20-plus year ownership tenure. Okay. So that's the spin they're going to use. He was once a head coach. So, yeah. It marks a return to Flowery Branch, Georgia for Morris, who was an Atlanta's interim coach for 11 games in 2020 after the club fired Dan Quinn midway through the season. Morris went 4-7 with that team, but was not given the full-time job. Instead, the club hired Arthur Smith. What is this organization doing right now? Now, after 3 years and Smith being fired by the Falcons January 8th, the Falcons have decided to return to Morris to be their full-time head coach. The 47-year-old Morris spent the past 3 seasons as the Rams defensive coordinator, including winning a Super Bowl with the Rams in 2021. Man, he better get Zach Robinson in there as offensive coordinator at record speed. This league is about offense now. This will be Morris's second stint as a full-time NFL head coach. He was previously the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he went 17-31 over 3 seasons in 2009 to 2011. Morris then went to Washington as a defensive backs coach for 2 years before landing his first stint with the Falcons. First as a defensive pass coordinator in 2015, and then the receivers coach from 2016 to 2019 while being Atlanta's assistant head coach. At least that's some offensive side of the ball experience, but still. He was named the Falcons defensive coordinator in 2020, was bumped to interim head coach after Quinn's firing. He takes over for Smith, who was fired after 3 seasons. He went 21-30. Morris inherits a defense featuring second-team All-Pro safety Jesse Bates III, cornerback A.J. Terrell, defensive lineman Grady Jarrett, a good one. He also has talented skill position players on offense, including tight end Kyle Pitts, Drake London, running back Bijan Robinson, and Tyler Algier, and 2 offensive linemen who were there during his last stint. Left tackle Jake Matthews, right guard Chris Lindstrom. Morris' hire comes after an extensive search of 14 candidates, including Bill Belichick, Mike Vrabel, and Jim Harbaugh, who was hired Wednesday by the Chargers. Morris was one of 4 coaches who had second interviews. The others were Belichick, Bobby Slowick, that's who I'd hire if I wasn't going to hire Mike Vrabel, Ejiro Evero. The Falcons were the only team that Belichick has known to interview with, and they decided to go in another direction. Wow. I mean, honestly, wow. Morris grew up in New Jersey, then played college football at Hofstra on Long Island. And look, I won't be afraid to say if they end up getting this right, I will come on here and be like, I'm wrong. He's done a phenomenal job. But my issue is simple, okay? If you're going to go defense, then I want an ex-badass head coach. I want a Belichick. I want a Carroll. I want a guy with some, I want Vrabel, AFC championship game, Belichick, 6 rings, Pete Carroll, 2 Super Bowls, 1 ring, a national championship with USC. And Arthur Blank said, he was talking all this mess. He got it out there that he was looking to take a big swing. I don't get it. I mean, Dave Canales, Panthers, Raheem Morris, kind of a Panthers kind of job, which was good luck to Dave Canales. I think they're hoping, the Panthers, that is, that he can do with Bryce Young what he did with Baker Mayfield and Geno Smith. Holy mackerel. Falcons fans may love this. I loathe it. I hate it. Might as well have called up Dan Quinn and rehired him. I mean, honestly. Because you had an opportunity to give this man the job once already. Maybe Arthur Blank is having some kind of buyer's remorse there. I don't know what he's thinking. I really don't. But with all of those offensive weapons, I mean, Bobby Slowick, you've seen what he just got through doing in Houston with C.J. Stroud. I mean, I'm really surprised by this. It looked like Vrabel yesterday evening, and that's the other thing. The madness. Now, they mentioned that Vrabel, they didn't mention him as having a second interview. It was everywhere that he got a second interview yesterday. So I don't know if this is a ESPN, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. I don't know. But it was all over the place that he had a second interview, and Jeff Darlington said he was going to Arthur Blank's house. Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. I saw this. I'm sitting here, got my TV up. I looked up, saw the underlying breaking news, Raheem Morris, the Falcons coach, and I was like, what just happened? Oh, well, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Look up next year and you're 5-12. It would not shock me a bit. It really wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe the city of Atlanta will love this hire. I don't get it, but okay. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.